Excellent. You know,
Lots of
Van
Jonesy.
Silk and I have been friends since probably 1978. I was all up in the clubs with all of them. I miss our DJs, D Cool DJ AJ. That was who we used to hang out with as well. So I'm just, so proud of him. He's still in the game, still doing his thing. He is the trustodian and the historian of hip hop. So this way, if people try to insert themselves into the timeline, he
Oh,
is the one to
oh yeah,
say, no, 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 no,
you are
no, no, no,
not there, and I love that.
no, no, no. So
What up,
I
Jay?
can't wait to hear from him. And there
There
he
he is.
is.
There he
Van
is.
Silk. Welcome to
Mr.
the show, Van
Silk,
I
Silk.
just woke
Mr.
up 5 minutes
Silky
ago.
Smooth.
I
How are you,
got my partner
sir?
Nero. My partner Nero's on there too. Get him in.
Okay, I'm gonna tap him in if we can tap him in. All right. Barshawn. What's up, Barshawn?
Hey, why body is on? Hey, why body?
Shout out to
Barshawn,
Shady
the
the
great.
Great.
Peace. How are you,
City
sir?
the Great.
Yo,
There
I'm
he
Yo,
is.
why
upside
you
down.
Oh,
upside
wow,
down?
he's upside
You upside
down.
down.
Okay,
Hold up, guys. Sorry.
there
What
he
up,
is.
Nero?
Why am I upside down? Yo, gotta fix that, man.
Move your camera.
You gotta love it and hate it at the same
We gonna get
time.
it. You got your camera
Oh,
together, Nero. There you go.
Yes.
what's up?
He just
Oh,
got
good.
a
And we can see
First and
him.
foremost for having me on the show.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
there's nothing more to say about my partner Van. I mean, I love the man, And this Spit or Quit project is all that Van and I and Freedom and a bunch of people. I can't even get into everybody, but there's a lot of people to thank that came around, whatever. But as far as Van's my brother. Forget just the partnership thing. He's my brother. We work great together. We're really excited about Volume 2 and then Volume 3. And it's going to keep going from there. And then
I'm sure.
we also have documentaries coming.
But let me tell you the
Nice.
story. Let me tell you the story. This brother
this one.
here is a good brother. He was working with KAYSLAY.
Yeah.
And when KAYSLAY passed, he called me up on Christmas. I'm like, who's this? Like, yo, Nero, I was on KAYSLAY joint, I talked to Jared, which runs KAYSLAY Estate, who I help. And she said, anything you want to do, Van, let's do it. So I said, I want to continue on what KAYSLAY was doing. And we created, I had ideas, but you always got to have somebody want to work with you. He's not hands-on every day because he got other things that he do. I keep him informed in everything that goes on.
True.
It's every video. He sees everything.
Nice.
And the thing is, people call him up, he's like, listen, man, you got to talk to Van. But now, it's great because there's a guy on Spit or Quit named El Sicario. He's from Spain. He brought him to the table, and his daughter's going to build the website. And the whole thing comes down to this. It went from KAYSLAY to me. And, we was only supposed to do one volume, but we're doing 2 volumes, which the second one comes out September 8th. And then we also have something that came out of that, how important is the Emcees to hip hop. So we got 3 things out of 1. And thanks to E Boogie, who worked himself to death,
Yeah, man.
Chuck D sent his video.
But I got to give a shout to E Boogie, too.
Hey, Van.
On point.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah,
Straight.
what you might want to consider, is a celebrity version where you have celebrities like, Daryl Chill Mitchell, Iman Shumpert, and all those guys come in and drop something.
No, he
Well,
Does you
we
do
got
have
we got
some?
Roy
You have some.
Jones.
Oh,
You got
yeah,
oh
he
yeah, Roy
does have.
Roy
Jones.
Yeah,
Jones is on
So
this, but you also got
Roy's
to
on with
remember.
us already.
You got to remember. We got Stretch and Ice T on Volume 1. We got G
right.
Dep, who
right,
just got out of prison. We
Here's
got
right.
Digital
thing.
Underground, and then
The reason
go ahead.
Slay and I were together, I'm on 200 Deep. I'm on the track. I'm on that track.
Oh, you're on that. Okay,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
on
fine.
the.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I'm 11 minutes in. They didn't wait too long with me. You know, I have Large Professor after me. You know, it wasn't bad. It was an honor, and I miss Slay every day.
Yeah,
Just like everybody does.
yeah,
Let's just be honest, man. He's
yeah. He
drama
was that
king.
guy.
He is who he is. He's a legend,
Yeah,
and he will always be a legend. But I gotta also say that there are remaining people like that too, who is Jared the General Whitaker, and we also have who's a friend of mine as well. This is like a brothers, all like who wanted to continue KAYSLAY, like we all came together, you know.
yeah.
And as far as Van, I mean, come on, Van's a legend himself.
Absolutely.
Like you were saying with the promotions, all that kind of stuff, he was a legend himself. All I can say like this: listen to all our stuff. We're not going to disappoint. All we're doing is we're going to keep the legacy alive.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're keeping
What?
Keep it going.
Yeah, you didn't disappoint because I saw it. And what I was impressed
Yeah.
with is that everybody looked good. You know how you got one video that looked shitty and another one, you saw they put more work into it.
Yeah.
Everybody looks good.
Right.
How
Yeah.
did y'all pull that off?
Yeah. Thank you.
How did you
Well,
And
pull
everybody
that
was done
off?
at different times
How
too,
we
correct?
pull it off?
Huh?
Did you ask how we pulled it off?
How you pulled it off to get
Talk to your
all
man
of
to
them and
your left
all of them
right
look
there.
good? Huh?
well,
Talk
you know me
to
when
the
I
man
do
down there to the
projects.
left.
When I do projects, you know I
Yours all
stress
pulled off right.
you come looking good. Don't come looking dusty. Number one.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Number two, E Boogie shot over 15 videos because when we first started, I had another video producer who didn't do right, so that was just a waste of money. E Boogie came in and reshot like 15 videos and edit. Like we got Chuck D's video. So I said, Chuck, the video's not edited. He said, oh, Silk, I'm not doing all that. I gave you all the parts. Your man gonna have to edit the video. But you know,
Right.
Chuck D didn't have to do this for number
No.
two. Roy Jones
Right.
Jr. did it, you know, with his artists. And, you know, now we got Cool Kim from the UMC. We got younger artists on there. We have some pioneers and legends.
On volume 2. I'm back.
Right. He's
You know,
on volume 2, which he's supposed to be on 1 and 2. So now this week, he has to shoot 2 videos this week.
Okay.
yeah, I
And I'm
know.
going to have to get on his back. You know me.
You know,
Why did you guys think it was important to carry on the KAYSLAY's legacy and keep this thing going?
all right, you want that one, Van?
No, you can go ahead and I'll answer it from my perspective.
Okay, fair enough. I look at it like this. The man put me on. The man put many people on. All right. And Slay before his passing, right? We had talked a few times, and he was like, you know, there's gonna be other things after like 200 Deep. 200 Deep was just gonna be 200. It's the longest hip hop song in history.
Yeah. Yeah. It probably might be gone Guinness Book of World Records.
World record.
Yeah. We might have to have call them out and let them listen to it and see if it is the longest. It might very well be.
It's the biggest. My perspective, because I've known KAYSLAY since he was 15 years old.
Dead.
And a lot of things we've done together, I introduced him to a lot of people, but I helped him on the Rolling 50, Rolling 100, and then when he passed, I helped him with the 200. He gave me a list of names that he wanted me to bring to the table.
Right.
But to continue on his legacy, you know, not only do we have this on our new Spittle Quit 50 YouTube channel. We also got the support with Channel 0 for Public Enemy that's carrying it. Jared got it on the YouTube of the KAYSLAY show channel. Ralph McDaniels is going to put it up this weekend on his channel, and then Deborah Coco is going to carry it.
Nice.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, what we're doing, it's been a lot of networking of those who've been part of this project, like Money B from Digital Underground. We met Young Hump, who father is originally Stanley Clark.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm on the phone.
Really?
You know, while Juan is conducting other stuff, I'm dealing with this daily. Now, let me explain this to you.
He's a hustler.
Chuck D has Spit Slam Records, which is a distribution company. You know, they don't give you no promotional dollar, but he give you the platform. That's where Stetsasonic music is, Chill Rob G, Cool Keith, and that's where Chuck D puts his music. So now we're going to enter in bringing artists from Spittle Quit Records to Spit Slam for distribution. That's what we're going to do. We still have the problem area of the how important is the MC documentary. And we working on probably a bilingual Spittle Quit.
Nice. That's going to be fire.
I can't
Yeah.
hear you, Nero.
No, I said that my boy El Sicario.
Right, from Spain.
Yeah, from Spain, man, and he's big over there. That's my boy. If you're watching, all love to you. You know I love you, my brother. But yeah, the whole bilingual thing, I mean, that's huge now too. You know, it's been huge for a while, but people been passing it up like, you know, all right, you know, since Big Pun, Fat Joe, here and there, they're throwing in some, you know, Spanish. But in this case, we're looking for bilingual, right, Vin? It's not just Spanish. We're like bilingual. It's going to be hot. That's all I'm saying. It's like
we're going to be reaching out to other countries because, you know, there's definitely movements. There's movements in Japan. There's movements in China that, you know, you got to touch that. They, you know, they got some lyrics over there.
Well, the thing is, you know, Freedom Williams brought in Raz Kaz. We called him in Harlem to take this video. You know, he introduced us to Digital Underground. He had a rapper named Rose Gang who was from Bogota, Colombia, that was standing with the real military. That was from Colombia.
That was
right.
crazy. I got telling me
you
all
know,
the time.
we bumped our head in the first one because not putting where people were from, which is going to be like Spain, North Carolina, you know, Philly, you know, but we bumped our head. We learned a lot on the first one. The second one's been filmed. We're just doing some last minute add-ons of people calling like, yo, you think I could get on this one here? Or I could get on this one here? We got to make sure the audio is right, the video's right. Like, he got to get in the studio. Like, I don't want to hear no vacation because I just got
to I'm always doing, you
know. But, yo, by the time he's going to get on, it's going to be volume 5.
Nice.
Man, you know, on this one, I got to, man. It's me, it's Chuck D, it's a few other. You know, I'm sticking on this one. You know, so don't worry.
And you know what's so great about this? There was a lot of artists on Volume 1 that never had a video.
True.
Mercedes Ladies never had a video. Dynamic 3 haven't had a video since The Roof was on fire. They don't even have a video for that. They's on their master album, what that Kev from Greenwood did on Fantastic 5. They only had a Sprite commercial with Cold Cut. They never had like a physical video.
Right.
Wow, this is nuts. You know, this is nuts, man. This is historic.
So this is called Spit or Quit. Did anyone ever quit?
Yeah, we got some quitters.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I ain't gonna call them out.
Tell us, please. You know, give us one story.
No.
You don't have to say your name, but I didn't think nobody quit.
Oh, they didn't make it.
Few names.
Oh, they didn't make it.
No, they didn't make. They never even listen. I call them like, listen, yo, we doing this is back in January.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So they didn't even make it.
They didn't even get to the studio, so you quit.
So some of them, it was a studio thing. Other ones were just, this is not, you know, their flow ain't.
They just didn't make the cut. Come on, call it like it is.
No. Listen, I had a few instances where I'm like, yo, this is not happening. I said, this vocals are not happening. I said, I tell you what, if she can get back in the studio, and record it better. My man's gonna have to shoot the video. You can't shoot the video. Cause that's just the way. And it
So
came
what is
out
it? You had
perfect.
some of the artists were shooting their own material and sending it in to you?
In the beginning,
It didn't come out right. Let's just say
in the beginning, they was okay, and I'm sending him video that we hype. Then King Son called me on the phone one day, like, yo, Van, I got somebody here I want you to talk to. Freedom Williams is on here.
Oh.
Man.
Okay, so do you know the story? You know what he was getting ready to say?
Nero, you know the story? What is he getting ready to say?
They was in the studio. Hello?
Oh,
okay.
I was just about to start to tell
shit.
you too.
So it was Ice-T and Tretch. They said,
Start over, Van.
Ice-T and Tretch
were
were
frozen.
here laying the vocals. King Son called me up and said, listen, Van, I got somebody want to talk to you. I said, who? I didn't answer his call the first time. I said, what the hell he want? Like, yo, I got somebody here. Like, yo, what up, man? This is Tretch. Yo, what up, Van? This is Ice-T. We in here, we up in here laying down some vocals. We don't know what we're doing, but we just laying some vocals for you. So I mean, I try not to get all the big names that KAYSLAY had. I want to give room to grow. Because you know Eminem did KAYSLAY. Yeah. KAYSLAY like, yo, you know Eminem don't do a lot. You know, Queen Latifah was like, yo, KAYSLAY, you know, I'm in town. You want to shoot this video? You better catch me while I got my makeup on, because you know my makeup costs a lot of money. So he go get the camera guy, they go knock it out.
But you see, that's the thing too. When I on 200, you know, like usual, it started with Sheek Luch, and then which is what K, like, you know, Slate's thing was always, if he's setting off 50, 100, you know, 200 Emcees, Sheek Luch set it off, and I don't blame him that he's got rhymes for days. So he set it off, and then the next one on there was Snoop. So
wow.
So then we had a few more. Then I came on, and after that we had CeeLo Green. We had Tretch.
Coke LaRock. I introduced him to Coke LaRock.
Yeah, I seen Coke dropped his verse too.
Yeah, KAYSLAY called me up on the 100, like, yo, Van, the Coke LaRock ever made a record? I said, no. Like, give me Coke's number, man. I'm gonna put him on this here. So he
don't you remember
on the 100.
I got Lucky Bling on the phone because he was with Coke, and I was saying to him, I was like, yo, you guys gotta talk to Van, man. Like, you know, we don't want Coke LaRock to be considered quit. I mean, that's a legend. So Van did his little Van magic, pulled the rabbit out of his hat. Next thing you know, it's all good.
So then, can you just, you know, a lot of people are going to be watching this and they may want to, you know, get in touch with you to be on. Can you just distinguish the difference between the MC, the freestyler, the battle rapper, you know, is it any particular style you're looking for or what?
Nah, you got 1 minute to the 3 different tracks that we got. Thank you to Raheem from the Furious 5 who did 2, and Daniel the OG, my youngin, who did the 3rd track. Now you got 1 minute to spit what you want. We're not trying to advocate the violence and the nigga in the hole. You know, you gotta be a lyricist. Okay? We could take Sexy Red or Ice Spice in the studio and we could get them to spit. But they doing the commercial stuff.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because if you go and listen to Nicki Minaj when she came out, that's how she spit. She used to spit, but she's doing commercial record stuff for the young, you know, that's for that audience.
Yep, because she was very, very lyrical when she first came out. Yep.
Roy Jones and Shaq and Ron Artest and them did KAYSLAY joint. I mean, Freedom Williams was trying to get Damian Lillard, who spits. So we might have a basketball version coming up.
Oh my God! Could you imagine if Kobe was alive? God bless him.
He already did that before, you know. But we can always lift his vocals off a track and with the permission.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he's got a lot of stuff out there, you know. And Shaq, I'm almost sure Shaq is ready at any moment to come on.
Well, you know, Peter Gunn's supposed to be bringing Shaq, and I try everywhere in the world to reach out to Shaq, and I got his phone number, and yo, Peter here. and somebody said, "Yo, you got to go to the P to get the Shack," and I'm talking to one of the Fool Snickens that just recorded a song with him. Hey, listen, Shaq is crazy. Shaq is busy.
Yeah.
You know, like
right now he's doing a lot of
him and Slay
he's
used
doing
to be in business.
a lot of DJing, techno DJing in Europe right now.
Well,
so that's a big bag he's getting going over there.
I heard a bag she turned down, but him and Slay were partners together when they had the record label when they signed Ray J. So we'll get in touch with him.
Okay.
Yeah, no matter what, one way or another down the line, Shaq's a given, right, Vin?
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that's
a few others.
Naturally.
But we building. It's only been 2 weeks this been out. We just might have worked 5 months to put this all together, but it's only been out 2 weeks. And Rock the Bells gave us coverage. All hip hop gave us coverage.
What I'm saying.
I haven't even asked Ice-T or Tretch or any of them to do any press. I wanted to organically grow.
I'm gonna plug this right now. I'm going to spearhead a Long Island MC version with EPMD and Eric in Paris and the God, and I'm going to recruit everybody. JVC4.
Hey, listen, you talking about Hempstead? Mayor Hobbs? Mayor Hobbs?
Mayor Hobbs, I'm going to recruit all of them.
You're taking all our people away.
Right. Hey, where's Freedom Williams? He around?
All right, I'll stand down. I'll stand down.
You don't come on, man. You're one of us.
Where's Freedom? Is Freedom there?
No, I thought Freedom.
Hold on, let me see. No.
He was up here.
So
he was.
While we're waiting for, I'm gonna put you guys on the spot. While we're waiting for them, what's your top 5 from the early? I want to know top 5 from the early, top 5 from the current, because it's 2 different genres here. You can't say
there's 5 genres.
Okay, so it's 5. So
5 generations.
Right. So from 1978 when it first started, top 5.
Oh my God.
Top 5 what?
Top 5 MCs, rappers.
From the beginning.
From 1978 to what?
No. Just when it first started. So let's say for the first 10 years, 5 years.
Let's do Van. What's your Van Nero? The top 5 MCs from the first generation of hip hop. How's that? MC.
Okay. You can go first, or I can go first.
It doesn't matter to me.
Melly Mel.
Of course.
Moldy.
Oh, there he is. There's Freedom.
Grandmaster Cash. I say Melly Mel, Cool Moldy, Grandmaster Cash. I'm gonna put Sha-Rock in because she was a female during that era. And my 5th one, MC wise, there's a lot of MCs. I mean, depending on how you want to do it. Before record, I'm gonna have to also throw Raheem in from the Funky original Funky 4.
Yo, Raheem got bars. Raheem got bars now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Raheem got bars right now. Shout out.
I mean, and
my God, Raheem.
Raheem's already with us, like in the boat, So he'll right, Vin. I mean, he's coming on, right?
Well, Raheem he's doing so much other stuff. He give us the tracks.
Yeah, he was killing the tracks.
And he did the interview on how important MC.
Freedom said peso. Freedom said peso. I can't get him on because it's 4 of us on, so I can't get him on.
All right.
Okay.
Yo.
But he said Freedom said peso though.
You peso. Hey, listen.
One of the top MCs.
So what's that?
Freedom said peso, one of the top MCs. Is that correct?
Y'all stay on. I'm gonna watch and let Freedom come in. I want these guys to talk it out.
You need to be talking to Freedom though.
No, you need to talk.
Well, Freedom and I gotta talk right now.
Put Freedom in and take me out so I can watch, because we're gonna do plenty more of these.
Everyone loves Freedom.
All right,
take me out.
Van,
put Freedom in.
I'm gonna take you out, Van.
Okay.
Meeny, miny,
no, Nero staying.
Okay.
Take me out.
Okay.
All right, I'll take you out. tap out, man.
Yeah, I'm a watch.
All right, you gotta go. All right, go out.
Nero, I got you all to myself now. Woo!
I know, right? Love it. Hey, yo, now I would be the envy of every man walking down the block. So, you got me all to yourself right here,
Wait,
right now.
so you didn't tell us your top 5.
All right. So my top 5, I would go with the original Juice Crew.
But
Yeah.
that's not first generation. That's not first generation.
That was 70s before they dropped in the 80s.
The original. Okay, got you.
Original, before We Are Emcees, all that kind of stuff.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Obviously, Cope. So, you know, damn, we got to go back. I honestly, I Raheem too, and the other two, I couldn't even tell you the other two, man. And I was born in 19. So I'm about to drop a bomb. I was born in 1972.
What?
Yeah. Do I look younger or older? Older, right? He's like
Maybe it's the beard, you know.
Well, if you look like you say on 200D, that's how my beard usually looks.
Okay.
It's got. I didn't go for a fresh cut, none of that. Just I got back from Maryland today from a vacation this morning. So who am I going to impress, right?
No, it looks good. You're fine. You're fine. It looks great.
But I will say this on a side note of because the question was, and then let's talk 80s, whatever. To me, that was a great golden age, and Run DMC and Jam Master Jay, he couldn't top that, man. In my opinion, couldn't top that. I mean, I was lucky enough to meet everybody, and on 200 they're on there. You know what I mean? Run's on there, Rev Run now, and DMC's on there. But also I gotta say, look, Big Daddy Kane, he was off the hook. Man.
Yes.
One song, and let's just get Rock Him.
Absolutely, that's the home team.
That Rock Him, we all know. And then I'm a huge Beastie Boy fan. The originals, come on, everybody was doing the thing. Didn't matter if you went to rock and roll, if you went to hip hop. Everyone came together on that, and I like that. I like when there's unity, because the MCs and the music, just like when they did Walk This Way with Aerosmith. That did Aerosmith a bigger favor than it did Run DMC, because the song came back out of popularity.
Right. And what I love is that, like you said, you guys are going to have people from all over, because I was going to ask you, is everyone just from New York or United States? But no, you have people from all over.
Everywhere. And, I mean, of course, let's look at the facts. Where it all originated from. You know what I mean? So New York, like I was saying before, I was like, right here, New York, where the
Freedom, turn your camera on. You're already turn your camera on, Freedom.
Yeah, I can see him. He's in his bed.
Freedom, you're on.
We woke him up from his nap.
He's watching football. I don't blame him.
In the bed with his pillows and stuff.
Mr. Williams.
Yo, what up?
The legend, Mr. Freedom Williams. How are you,
I
sir?
gotta put my shades on now because I gotta be cool and shit.
Okay, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, I need y'all to know the magnitude of this gentleman right now. A very, very integral part of the hip hop culture. One of the top sex symbols, with some of the most commercial music and crossover. Don't get it effed up because the boy got bars too. All right. But with his success, all right, was the first time we've seen that type of success. Welcome to the show, Mr. Freedom Williams.
Yo, what's up, family?
So
Freedom,
What's up?
what made you decide to hook up and get involved in this project?
Well, Van put a gun in my head, right?
Yes,
I was,
I'm sure he did.
Pretty much. I believe that. Pretty much.
I'm
yo,
sure he did. Yep.
like he threatened my kids and shit. He threatened me. He told me he was gonna CGI me into the Diddy tapes and shit.
Oh, no Diddy. Pause. No Diddy.
He's like,
Pause. No Diddy.
me and E Boogie got some edit skills. We about to CGI you into a whole type of. I was like, all right. I'm good. Don't do that.
Okay.
But nah,
Cool.
Van sent me he was sending the emails out, and I didn't really think about it. I didn't. It wasn't something that I thought about because I know Van, and we go back and forth from I known him for years, and he'll call
Yeah.
me, and I'm in Florida, and I'll like come to the show, and all the old school cats, Prince Whipper with me, and DJ Jazzy J is real close, and
Nice.
Melly Mel, me and Melly Mel have trained before, so Van will call me. He called me, and then I didn't think about it. He said, "Yo, get on this tape." So I called Cool Kim. I didn't even ask permission. I didn't even think it was like. I just thought it was very natural. And then King Son called me that same day and said, "Yo, you on this thing?" Because me and King Son go back freestyling a long time ago at the Zulu anniversary shows and blah blah blah. And I
So
called
Freedom, real quick.
Wordsworth and
Where you
AL.
originally from, Freedom?
I was born. I live in New York. I live in Bed Stuy
Oh,
now.
okay.
Okay.
I
You
was born
originally
in
from
Bed Stuy.
Brooklyn?
I live in the same house I was born in. I live in the same
Wow.
block I was born
Wow.
in.
yeah.
I grew up in Jamaica, Queens. I went to 192 with Jam Master Jay. I went to school in Jamaica, Queens. I went to junior high school in Hollis. I went to August Martin,
Okay.
where Tony Yayo went, and me and Ed Lover been in school our whole life together, 4th grade, 5th grade.
Oh my God,
Um,
that lover.
yeah, I went to school
Wow.
in Queens.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I
Boy,
lived
that
back.
must have been,
I'm back and forth.
boy, being around Ed Lover, boy, that must have been something.
Yo, we grew up in Cambridge Heights, Murdoch Boulevard, Colfax Avenue. You know, with Mark Sex and the whole crew from oh God, what was that group that Mark Sex was in and Ed Lover and them and Free. Um, it was an R&B hip hop group. I can't even remember right now. My brain went blank. But
Okay.
yeah, Jamaica Queens, Murdoch Avenue. So I grew up in Jamaica
Mike,
Queens.
what's that? Mike Swift, and Steve
Yeah,
Swinging, those guys
yeah,
over
Colfax
there?
Avenue. They was on Def Jam.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up on Francis Lewis Boulevard, Murdoch Boulevard, Andrew Jackson High School. I went to August Martin in Baisley Park, 40 Projects over in South Jamaica. So, I started rhyming in 1978, 77, 78. I became an MC in like 77, 78.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
Yeah, so, it's just what
Freedom.
it is,
How did you connect? How did you connect with that whole CNC Music Factory setup? And was that your goal at the time? Was you
No,
marketing
no,
to do that commercial music
I went
like
to
that?
Hampton
Was that a
University.
plan?
Yeah, I went to Hampton in Virginia, and I came home in '87, and I I wanted to make records, but I wanted to engineer records. So I went to Center for Media Arts. Marley Marl went to Center. It's on 23rd Street and like 7th. Marley Marl went
Hmm.
there. I
Mm-hmm.
think Albie Shaw went there. So I went there, graduated, but I couldn't get a job. I went to Skyline Studios for a job, Unique Studios for a job, Green
Wow.
Street. I ended up working at Quad Studios.
quad, man.
Oh, okay.
Right, I did.
Legendary.
I mixed the first. I mixed the Kool Moe D album. When he battled LL, I mixed Steve Winwood records. I mixed the second Cameo album. I became really good friends with a lot of the dudes as an engineer. But my goal was to become an MC. But I said to myself, "There's a lot of MCs in the game. What are you going to bring the package that's going to be different. Because you got to look at the path of least resistance, right? Like with anything you do in life, like, okay, how do I go down this lane with the path of least resistance? So you had records out in 87, EPMD, Rakim, and I was making demos, but I was like, I want to know how to actually make the record.
Mm-hmm.
So I became an engineer and I went to Quad, and that's where I met, you know, Dave Morales, Sergio Monzabite, Boy Jarvis, David Cole.
Wow.
So I wasn't
These
I
are
wasn't a
legendary.
house head.
You're
Yeah, I was a
around legendary people right there.
Yeah, I was a hip hop head, but Rob Bass I knew from Harlem because Rob Bass, the God Universal, and Dupreme would go to Harlem and do these shows with the Gods, and I met Rob Bass. So I knew Rob Bass from 87, 86. So when Rob Bass came out, I was walking down Fulton Street in Bed-Stuy, and I heard, "It takes two to make a thing go right."
Right.
Actually, I'm in Miami. I got a show with Rob Bass tonight. And I said, "Yo, that's Rob." And the record was crazy. So I said, damn, you could actually make these records at a faster pace. Because everybody was making records at a certain BPM. Even though hip hop was much more creative back then than it is now.
Right.
There were, you Fat Boys, Skinny Boys,
Right.
Heavy D, Kubo D, Treacherous 3. You had a certain lane and you was the captain of that ship.
Mm-hmm.
And once
Right.
you was in that lane and you was the master of that lane, most people didn't want to go up in that lane. That's why Busy B said Bob, because he wanted to make his own lane.
Right.
So there was nobody in your lane, and I said, damn, there's nobody really doing this. I wasn't a dance cat. I was a hip-hop cat. I was P.E., Rakim, KRS. But I said, there's nobody in that lane. That's an empty lane. And so I made a record called Get Dumb in 87. Get dumb, dum da dum da dum 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 da dum da dum dum. It was a big dance record in Manhattan in the city. It was like top. The record was top 20 on the Billboard charts.
Yep.
I was like, man, there's
was
an avenue here.
That was a big record at the World.
Yeah. The World.
That was a big
I used
record.
to manage Professor X. Yeah, Professor X was my best friend before he died. And we would go to the World. I was a big working at the World, Mars, Palladium, Tunnel. And it was on A&M. And then I did a record with a group from East New York called Total Science, which was an anti-apartheid record. And it was all house music. Again, I was never into house music, but as an MC, it didn't matter what the BPM was. I could rhyme on it.
Right. Yeah.
It didn't have to be 95 BPM. It could be 120.
Yeah.
You remember my style? Like my style, if you think about my style, like when I say pause, take a breath and go for yours, or my command now hit the. You think about Rakim, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. It's the same style. If you think about Rob Bass, I want to rock right now. Pause. I'm Rob Bass and I came to get down. Pause. So when we do this type of music, there's always you got to breathe on the track.
Right.
Freedom, just hold on for 1 second. 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're going to be coming up on our hour up, but I'm going to let Freedom rock out, and we're just going to rock out until they tell us, until they put us off. Thank you, VANSILK. Thank you, Nero. Thank you, Belinda. Freedom, for coming on, and we're just going to have to follow this up at another time. We'll get it. But Freedom, please continue. Shout out to all the sponsors. We'll get you all when we can get to y'all. But go ahead, Freedom, continue.
Okay. Yeah. Nero, you're a legend, by the way. So let me finish what I'm saying. So what I'm doing, we could do like Jungle Brothers, Girl, Loud House Shoe. It wasn't a foreign thing to do what I did, right? So when I made Gonna Make You Sweat, that record was so big. I mean, I do 50 shows a year. It's not even I don't blink. That's like one a weekend. I do sometimes 2 and 3 a weekend. I'm with TLC. I'm with Vanilla Ice. I'm with Rob Bass. I'm with Montel Jordan. I'm with Drew Hill.
Let me ask you this, Freedom. Have you ever had a break? Have you ever had time off?
Yeah.
And what was your longest time off?
When Dr. Dre came out, everybody had a break.
Since that record came out, Rob
When
Bass has
Dr.
been on the
Dre
road
came
probably
out,
ever since.
remember the industry changed in '93. When Dre came out, '93, it changed the whole world. When the Chronic came out, the whole
It
world
was a
changed.
shift. Yeah, it was a shift.
And when that shift came, people didn't know what to do with myself and Rob Bass and Tone Loc types. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we was big, so we kind of took a step back. But because it's the '90s and there's a big '90s nostalgia now, all of the dudes that book me in clubs are now my age, 55, 56, 57. They own clubs, they own
Mm-hmm.
casinos,
Mm-hmm.
they own venues, so they know so they call me, they call Rob, they call Tone, they call Young MC. This is the music they grew up on.
Right.
And
Right.
so everybody wants to go back to the '90s because the '90s and the early 2000s was the last great era of boom bap and R&B.
Yeah.
Belinda, what did I just talk about early in the show?
Yes, I know.
There's
I
a
was getting ready to
lane.
say that. Yes.
There is a lane. We have to figure out how to make new music and get new music out there, distribute our new music, because just like rock and roll, they're legends. They're still making money and putting out music. Hip hop can do the same exact thing. I'm
Amen.
telling you. LL did, like
It's up to you.
Freedom, I said this earlier. LL
I'm on Andrew.
gave us the blueprint by creating Rock the Bell. People listen to it. We can do it. We just got to do it ourselves.
So when Freedom said, "Girl, I house you," I started to get up and start dancing. Oh, that's the jam.
Jungle Brothers.
With my
Yeah, Jungle
yeah.
Brothers.
Jungle
That's
Brothers.
all. That was all big down in the world and Mars and all those clubs, those running all up in there, coming from Long Island, going to the city, going to those clubs. Yeah, those big. Those are big records. But
Yeah,
like you said, in
Roseland,
'92 there was a shift.
1018. Yeah, that's the golden era of New York clubs. 85 to
Mhm.
95, 82 to 98. That's
Union
everything has a golden
Square.
era. The NFL has a golden era. The
Yeah,
NBA has a golden era.
yeah,
Hip hop has a golden era.
yep.
New York City
That's a fact.
nightlife has a golden era.
Yep,
Yeah. The
Yeah.
yep. That's a fact.
Roxy. Yo, the
The
Roxy.
Roxy,
Underground.
Latin Quarters.
LQ. Yo,
Yep,
all of them. Even the Copacabana, man.
yep.
That even opened up to everybody.
Listen,
Copacabana,
even
Security Number
even
Two.
Disco Fever, the Disco Fever had a golden era. You
I
know,
know.
all
Did Red
those
Parrot have it?
Yeah,
Harlem World, all that.
yeah. It's all golden eras. Yeah,
Yes,
everything in life we human beings have a golden era.
absolutely.
True.
Yeah,
We're
True.
all in ours right now.
yeah, right. At 58, I am.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Woo!
I don't know until this beard gets dyed. I mean, I don't know. I'm getting up there.
So
I
when
don't
you
know.
get, so you said you was going to make a volume that have other languages on it, because I was in Spain and they got some kids out there that's like spitting like it's nobody's business.
No,
So
right?
how do you get to those people? Do they come to the United States? Do they just film something and send it to you?
Uh, Actually, it's both. It's both. So my man El Sicario, right, from Spain, he came here to do a little bit of a tour. He's originally with the Soul Assassins. So, he was with DJ Muggs, dealt with Cypress Hill,
Yeah, South
all that
Mugs,
that whole clique.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's people.
So yeah. And so he came in to see them in Cali. He's coming to see me in New York soon. And while he was in Cali, I said, "Yo, can we get this, finished up?" Killed it.
Yeah, he's dope.
He is dope. Yeah, he killed him. And the way that he got to me was I just like a few artists that we put on there. And when I started hearing them and looking them up or whatever, then I'd be like, "Yo, Van, this guy right here." And if it was whack, I'd be, I'd be like, "Van, if this guy contacts you, tell him we're gonna pass or whatever." But Van is still that's his thing. I don't step on him with that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Everyone Like he said, everyone's got a lane.
Right.
Know my
Right.
lane.
Yep.
He's got his
Yeah.
lane.
Look at there.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, like with Freedom, because he's legendary and all that, he's brought a lot of people to us, and there's going to be many more. And when I'm just honestly, I feel blessed to have him with us.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
Thank you.
the man
Yep.
is,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure, sir, your reach is very long, boy, because boy, you've had some of the biggest records in this industry that was ever heard of.
Well, you know
So
what it is too,
legendary.
because I still live in Bed-Stuy, right? I live in the hood. I go out around the corner. I see everybody. Niggas know me their whole life. And I travel Amsterdam. I'm going to India next month for a week. I got shows out there. I've been to Malaysia, all over. You meet so many people, and because I stay grounded
Right.
in the culture, I stay grounded. I always go into the city, like where we going, what's popping, where's the hood at?
Yeah.
Because when you live in Bed-Stuy, there's no hood that really makes you nervous. You know what I mean? Because
Right. Right.
you live in the hood.
oh, you could go to Brownsville.
You know what I'm saying? If you live in Bed, listen, it's a true story. I played basketball with the Taliban in the Philippines. It's a real story.
Damn,
Like
Believe it. I
in
believe
the
it.
Philippines,
I
Mindanao.
didn't even know that.
What people got to understand, there's a hood around the world in every country you go to. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
hood.
yeah.
There's hip hop artists and underground. I've been to St. Petersburg, Russia, and there's an underground hip hop scene in Russia